Bruh, only 15 characters in a roster and they got the nerve to announce a season's pass? Come on dog, they could've gave us like 20 plus characters and then waited to announce the season's pass after that game came out.
Alright, who's next?
Let's see who's stronger.
Alright, I grew up playing a lot of various video games, but I guess in quotations, a game I've invested over 1,000 hours into was Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm. What was impressive about this series is that the game has pretty much everyone playable from the whole entire Naruto series in Storm 4. I think a few notables missing that are playable or not just for sports is Anko, 7 Ninja Swordsman, which we didn't see much of anyway, and some of the other characters that maybe had like one manga chapter and 2 episodes that probably everybody forgot about. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I see people, a lot of people, disappointed that Guilty Gear Strive is having 15 characters on launch. Now instead of just going all defensive on this topic, let's talk about today why I believe small fighting game rosters are amazing. Heck, in most cases, even better. If you guys enjoying this video so far, please consider hitting the subscribe button. We on that road to that young 20K, 100K, y'all already know what we doing today. And also, a lot of y'all not hitting the bell. Just hit subscribe and hit the bell, man. You already here. You already keep coming back anyway, so just subscribe and stay on the channel with the Avatar Cabbageman. Also, from now on, I'm going to work on this series for various topics this year, so you will always have something to look forward to on this channel at least once a month. That's the goal. Alright, small fighting game rosters are amazing. Why? Let's break it down. Legit, smaller rosters generally could mean better balancing. Balancing fighting games is important because if it feels overwhelming, you get annoyed and tilted 24/7. One of my favorite video games of all time to play competitively, just period, is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. As a casual player, having over 60 characters is godlike on launch, bruh. Like, this is the best you will possibly ever get for any fighting game, period. And legit, this is the golden age of Smash Bros. Right now, with this DLC included. The only issues with Smash comes from like how Nintendo was acting recently, and Ultimate netcode is horrendous. However, if you're a competitive player though, learning Smash Ultimate is a challenge and could be very overwhelming. Think about it, want to learn Smash Ultimate, then also never playing Smash ever in your life and all of its DLC, you have to deal with currently 78 characters. Typically, each character has 5 aerials, 4 specials, 4 throws, 3 smash attacks, 3 tilts, a jab, a pummel, 3 get up attacks, 2 ledge attacks, and albeit the dash attack, okay? Also, don't forget some characters can also have an additional aerial if their grab is a tether grab. So let's just say each character has about 31 moves or different types of things you gotta worry about in total. And if you do the math, you will have to learn how to fight over 2,400 plus moves in Ultimate. Don't even get me started on how some DLC characters have changed properties low-key like installs in other fighting games or change moves like Arsene or Terry's Go Meter as well. We can argue up and down if Smash Ultimate is a good or a bad game, or if Smash 4 is better, whatever however you feel, but legit, in Ultimate, we have seen the meta for Ultimate open up like no other Smash game has in a while. However, as fun as Ultimate is to play competitively, it can be very frustrating and it's a lot of work than most fighting games matchup wise. And let's admit it, someone in Smash community is always going about this move is cheap or this character is broken. See, with smaller rosters like Guilty Gear, time out. I know I'm comparing game rosters here. That doesn't mean I'm saying the games are better than another. No, that's not the case. Just clarifying before we go any further. Characters our system works generally create also have more moves, and they also have aerial combos a lot. Generally more animations with combos in general. Not saying Smash Ultimate characters does not have quality, but the way they have been handled in our system works games versus how Bandai handles them, or just Smash in general, is different from most old school Arc System Works or even new school Arc System Works games. They've been handled differently, okay? Then someone will bring up, well, how come Tekken 7 launched with 36 characters? Okay, no. If we're being technical, Tekken 7 Arcade Edition released in 2015 with 20 characters back then. Tekken 7 officially came out worldwide 2 years later in 2017 with 36 characters. And since Tekken is a legacy fighting game, somewhat similar to Smash Bros in that regard, the game really launched with like 10 newcomers in reality. Now before I go back to why small fighting game rosters are amazing, can I throw out a hot take? Like, you can put me on scrub quotes if you feel like this is just wrong for me to say. It's cool, bro. But legit, listen to me, hear me out. 9 out of 10 of people complaining about small rosters in fighting games are the same people even casually only touching like 1 to 2 characters on the roster when they play it anyway. The reason why I brought up Naruto Storm earlier, since games like Naruto Storm, Xenoverse 2, Mario Hero 1's Justice are inherently designed to be made for the pick-up play experience. Legit, Naruto Storm since Storm 2 has had over 44 characters in the base game. Legit, to be able to play any character, just mashing circle gives you damage easily. To do a jutsu, you only need to do triangle and circle, and for an ultimate jutsu, you have to hit triangle twice and then circle. On a very surface level for Naruto, it's a very, very more simplistic game than every other fighting game out there. Bottom line, it's easier to have and create more characters for a game as more simplistic the game and its mechanics is. Even though, no matter how simple the game is with Naruto Storm, out of those 44 characters in Storm 2, you are mostly going to only touch half or even less than half of the characters on that roster regardless. Like, let's be honest, who was trying to play with 1010 back in the day? Hey, if you know my history, shut up, be quiet. Younger me loved Naruto Storm because I was also playing while Naruto was airing still, and Naruto was still at an all-time high. As I started to play other fighting games, I realized that there is more to gameplay than just looking good and having just great animations. Even though I still think that the Storm series is good, solid games, the gameplay gets very repetitive at one point, and not really even evolved besides the fact that it's an arena fighter. For me, I understand having more characters is amazing, but legit, I am not even the type of person who wants to have all those options if I'm not going to use them anyway. In games like Naruto Storm for fan service, it's amazing. However, the gameplay on the surface level appears to be super simple. I'm not going to want to play in longevity anyway. Yes, it's a plus, and no, I'm not giving developers a pass to do less. Heck, we already got a problem with developers lying about games in 2021. But all I'm saying is, why does the number of characters matter as long as the amount of characters they all have are all unique and have depth? But then someone will go on my channel and say, bruh, but you support BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. You've never played BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. You know that many of the characters now are not in depth as their original game counterparts. However, the fact you could do so many cool things with different teams is astounding, and the fact that the tag mechanics, in my opinion, in BB Tag are so crazy, you wouldn't even think about pairing characters like Yukiko and Yang, or Teddy and Heart Aino. Even on the surface level, the gameplay may be simple, but down the rabbit hole, it's not and can be deemed as jank as well and crazy. Even not on the gameplay level, every character in Cross Tag Battle has an interaction with someone from another universe, and they all have an English dub as well, so if you care about those type of things, it's a plus overall with those characters and the way they are made. I personally think instead of asking for more characters in a fighting game, you should focus on pushing developers and making existing ones amazing or asking for more character archetypes you like. Dude, when you find that one character you like, unless they get nerfed into oblivion or they suck so much competitively, and even then you might still love playing them regardless, you would never need another character to play for months, maybe even years, or forever. You would probably stay on that same character. Street Fighter V, there are people still playing Charlie and Chun-Li. Dragon Ball FighterZ for almost 3 seasons, everyone was playing Super Saiyan Goku until they removed his pivotal 2M. Bring it back, Tomoko. Come on, Art, give him his 2M back. Bringing it back to even an older fighting game, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 released in 2011, and people are still playing Dr. Doom, Virgil on the team, and it's been a whole decade. It's been 10 years, bro. I know a lot of hate with smaller roster and fighting games also stem from the idea of DLC. I have a video I want to go more in depth in fighting game DLC, so yeah, you should subscribe and turn on those notifications, by the way. But as a person who even at one point played Storm and didn't get updates for years or months, or even played games without any updates for until like a whole year plus, Seasons Pass content even spreads life into fighting games and keep them alive longer. Still, because retention in fighting games for many is super whack and gives even me a reason sometimes to keep playing them even if I'm not 100% feeling it. But again, I will 100% go more in depth with this another day. Alright. I am so hyped for Guilty Gear Strive because each character moves fluidity with its own animations, its own style, and even if the gameplay is not as OD so far, and again, that was a beta, we don't even know the rest of the people's moves or overdrives yet in Strive, by the way. I am super excited for the future of that game altogether. I know a lot of people gonna hate me saying that, but since I'm not even an OG Xrd fan like that, I am super stoked for Guilty Gear Strive. I think what they're doing, making all the characters flesh out, have personality, you can even see it in their trailers. Plus they're gonna have kick-ass themes with it. I don't care how many characters in the game, because as long as I find a character that I like, I can play that character for so long. And let's go to the anime game example. My favorite anime game is Kill la Kill If, at least on the PS4 generation of things. Every character in the game feels unique, they all move different, but each combo is not just simply mash one button for damage. You can do that, but if you're fighting some people, you're probably going to want to learn how to get more damage, get more combos, and learn how to play a little bit of neutral in that game. In Kill la Kill If, you pretty much have almost everything Naruto Storm has, but more death in the buttons you have to press to do things. You have wall splash, you have a rock paper scissors mechanic, which many claim to dislike, but that mechanic also unlocks new abilities and higher damaging attacks to your characters via battle. The game is super good compared to other anime arena fighters gameplay wise, and the roster is legit only 12 characters. I'm happy with those 12 characters because each time I play those characters, I get hyped and I learn something new each time and grow. Instead of already putting myself in the mindset, if I just hit circle, I get damage. And I usually just pick random and I really don't feel attached to the characters besides what I already like about the characters from other sources like the anime or the manga. I think if you take anything away from this video, you should start looking at smaller rosters for fighting games differently and start trying to find the value in the quality of characters and not the quantity of them. That being said, it's your boy Avataryaya. Thank you guys for watching my first breakdown episode on the channel. Again, this will improve as we go over time and probably have more graphs and stuff when my computer gets updated. Another little quick update is that I am no longer a partner with Screenwave, no hate on them. But I will say I might have to start a Patreon soon. So if you guys would like to support me on that, that will be appreciative. Okay, I would love if y'all do that. It's not mandatory, but then again, it just motivates me. If I get that support in the future, I'll tell you guys again. And remember, you guys are golden. You know where to find me on Twitter. And that is Raw. Squalla. Peace. And I'm out.
I've been a devil, I need me an arc in the heart of my breathing, I feel like time's roll. Walking this bitch with a Zapato, I'll let you rock it, I keep me a domino. Bitch, on my dick, man, I feel like Kazaki. Stretching that pussy out like it's Pilates. I'm snatching the soul like right out of a body. Fire, I spitting, I'm feeling like Dobby. White bitch, blonde hair, looking like Lucy. She from Kyoshi, I paint her face Suki.